A dying pastor asked his church to bury him with a seed in his hand. 1 year later, a tree grew from his grave. When it bloomed, the flowers spelled his last sermon title. Pastor Elijah Monroe preached his last sermon on a Sunday in September 2020. Pancreatic cancer. He'd known for months. He didn't tell the congregation until that final morning. He stood at the pulpit 30 pounds thinner, barely able to stand, and preached a sermon titled Life After This. 42 minutes. No notes. Every word delivered like a man writing his final letter to the people he loved most. At the end, he made one request. When you bury me, put a seed in my right hand. Any seed. I don't care what kind. Because I want to preach one more sermon from the grave. I want you to come visit me and watch what God can do with something that's been buried. He died 11 days later. His wife placed a single mustard seed in his right hand before the casket was closed. Matthew 17:20. If you have faith as small as a mustard seed. They buried him in the church cemetery. Fall turned to winter. Winter to spring. In April 2021. A small green shoot appeared from the center of his grave. The groundskeeper thought it was a weed and almost pulled it. The wife stopped him. By summer, it was a sapling. By the following spring, a full tree, growing directly from the grave, roots drawing from the earth where Elijah lay. In May 2022, the tree bloomed for the first time. White blossoms, hundreds of them clustered in groups along the branches. When viewed from the cemetery path, the blossom clusters formed recognizable letter shapes along 3 main branches. L, I, F, E, A, F, T, E, R, T, H, I, S. Life After This. The title of his last sermon. Written in flowers. On a tree that grew from a seed in a dead man's hand. A horticulturist examined the tree. It was a species of flowering crabapple, but the blossom pattern was unlike any natural growth pattern on record. The letter formations were not symmetrical to the branch structure. There was no botanical explanation for why the flowers clustered in those specific shapes. Pastor Monroe asked God for one more sermon. God gave it to him in a language older than words. In wood and flower and root and bloom. John 1224. Unless a grain of wheat falls to the ground and dies, it remains only a single seed. But if it dies, it produces many seeds. Your burial is not your ending, it's your planting. Type Life After This if you're ready to bloom. Full story on my channel.